only thing to fear, is fear himself. This is a quote by none other than one of the combatants today, and it's truer for no one better than these two. Freddy Krueger, the dream demon from Nightmare on Elm Street. And Pennywise, the clown who has haunted Derry for thousands of years from it. For this matchup we will be using everything they have, so movies, comics and the light novel are able to be used for this, and with that, let the battle begin. Freddy Krueger was an average honest living man. He ate, slept, and mass murdered a ton of children with this cool glove that has sharp claws in it. Okay, so, maybe not so average. Freddy's origin is strange. Before even being born, his nun mother was raped by 100 people, which is the sole reason for Freddy's birth, plus he was then raised by an abusive alcoholic father and was bullied in school. All this took a dark turn for Freddy as he was starting to show signs of becoming a serial killer by cutting himself and killing small animals. That is until he was pushed too far and killed his father. Despite all of that, however, he did grow into a reasonable man and even married and had a child, no less. Maybe he just had a bad childhood. No, I'm kidding. His wife found out he was killing children and had a ton of murder weapons. Just like any good horror character, they approached Freddy to get his reasoning, and he killed her in front of his child. That child spilled the beans, and that's how Freddy was locked up. Though he was released shortly after, and that led to his death. Where in his boiler room, a ton of angry parents led a charge and burned Freddy Krueger down to hell. Okay. So bear with me, but this is where it gets a little weird. So, apparently this had the opposite effect. Once killed, Freddy turned into a dream demon who haunts people's dreams and can kill them in their dreams. The weird part is that it was usually unknown how this happened until it's revealed that it was apparently a bunch of flaming skull demons. Sure, why not, I guess. With Freddy as a dream demon, he's gained some incredible power. Even without his power he's incredibly durable, like getting his arm ripped off and continues to fight. But as a dream demon, this is just turned into ridiculous mode. He gains the power to control someone's dream, meaning if he was somehow hurt in the dream, he could just heal back without issue. He's also able to control whatever he wants, like becoming a giant to control someone's movements like a puppet, by using their insides. Yeah, he can kill you in your dream, and it'll happen in real life, no matter how weird it is. The downside to this is that it is still his victim's dream, so the victim is able to use their imagination to give them superpowers, or to keep their physical abilities, like, and I shit you not, Jason fucking Voorhees, who was previously on Mortal Matchup a year ago, who fought Freddy and was able to keep his supernatural abilities, including being able to not die. He also can be dragged out of the dream world if someone wakes up while grabbing him. With all these abilities, it comes to no shock that he has some crazy strength. Obviously, Freddy is tough enough to take a fight with Jason Voorhees even in the real world. No, he cannot scale to Jason busting down metal doors, not in the real world at least, but he can scale to his speed as Jason has blitzed armed mercenaries and outrun bullets in the comics. In the dream world, however, it's really whatever you want to scale him to, like how he was able to create this mini planet of junk worth at least 462 tons of TNT. It's also possible because of Freddy being able to create this world himself with no issue and even change it on a whim. It's possible that Freddy can control a whole planet and maybe even universe without issue, though remember this is only in his dream world where he has all the power. In the end, no matter how many beatings and deaths he takes, he just keeps coming back to haunt your dreams, so in your best interest, don't fall asleep.
Welcome to my world, bitch.
In the small town of Derry, lived a small amount of people, including a bunch of kids called the Losers Club, who sadly discovered the true secrets hiding in their small town of Derry, a dancing clown called Pennywise. Pennywise, oh boy, how do I even begin with this? Okay, so Pennywise is an extra-dimensional being born from the macroverse, a place above even the Dark Tower, which is above the multiverse. Apparently that wasn't good enough, so he came down to Earth, caused a massive crater that created Derry, Maine, and slept till it was time to feast on unexpected humans. Crazy origin and very short, I know, but his terror went on for generations, feasting on hundreds, possibly thousands of humans for a year before going to sleep for 27 years. According to Ben, the amount of missing people in Derry is around 6 times more than the average town, and that's just adults. Kids are worse, and that's all because they experience fear a lot more than adults. You see, Pennywise likes fear, and despite what people may think, he doesn't gain power from it even if he can shapeshift into your fear. He just likes to eat it basically. It's very strange. Going into the powers section, well, there's a lot obviously. Pennywise can shapeshift, is immortal in practically all sense as his real form is above the human plane, so his physical form, even if it's killed, isn't actually dead. He can reality warp in a sense by using illusions, though a lot of times they're a lot more real. He can even give you diseases with a wave of his finger for some reason. He also has a bit of his real form inside of him. These are called the deadlights, and when you look into them, he has control of you, and you won't be able to move unless you're snapped out of it or if he says so. Oh yeah, remember how I said he crashed into Derry? Well, he crash landed into a hill and created a crater the size of Derry, which was what created Derry. Now Derry is based off of the town of Bangor, Maine, which has had a diameter of 89.59 kilometers squared. Meaning for Pennywise to both destroy a hill and create a crater that size, it would have to equal to over 7 billion tons of TNT. Even when he died, well, his physical form at least, he created a massive earthquake that was bigger than any other known to man, just from dying. And as I said, he's above the multiverse. It's possible that he's as fast and strong as he wants to be, but chooses not to as he thinks humans are inferior. So despite his amazing power and intelligence, he makes dumb decisions because of who he is. But you can't exactly blame him for that. He's practically a god compared to a human in all retrospect. In the end, you best not visit the town of Derry, else you might just be this cosmic clown's next meal.
Hiya, Georgie. What a nice boat.
All of the abilities and feats have been explained. Let's take these fighters and see who would win in a mortal matchup.
Fight! Die, little bitch. Come to Freddy. thing to fear is fear himself.
I'm gonna split you in two.
Welcome to my world, bitch.
Time to float. Well, I'm Pennywise, the dancing clown.
I'll give you a break.
K.O.
Honestly, this matchup is strange to say the least. If it was the mini-series, then Pennywise would instantly lose, but it would be never-ending if it was just the movies, as both are practically unkillable, but the novel, however, means a death for Freddy very soon. Comparing their physical forms, Pennywise had the edge, being he's over 17 million times stronger. But it's the fact that while Freddy can control his dream world or universe with ease, Pennywise is quite literally beyond something that's outside of the multiverse. Let me repeat, the multiverse. That's God knows how many universes. Plus Pennywise is far more experienced obviously, and his reality manipulation was just as good if not better than Freddy's. And speed wasn't an issue. Yes, Freddy can outmaneuver Jason, who has dodged bullets, but Pennywise can run as fast as a bullet train with his physical form, and speed is not a factor with Pennywise's true form. Even Pennywise's arrogance won't exactly be the death of him, since Pennywise was only defeated under special circumstances plus a bit of help from a literal turtle god, plus Freddy is very arrogant himself. The winner is Pennywise the dancing clown.